Okay, so this is kind of a commentary or review of the KOA campgrounds in the Waldport area, the Waldport Newport area on the Oregon coast. Obviously, the Oregon coast is beautiful. I mean, who doesn't love the ocean? Anywhere on the coast is beautiful. I can't think of a more perfect place to be in the heat of the summer than out on the Oregon coast. So the nice thing about this campground is it's right off Highway 101. Easy access. You pull right off the freeway, pretty much right into the entrance to the park. Once you make the turn in, the check-in building is right in front of you. Nice and easy. I think the only issue I had was the length of my trailer, which I've told you before is 40 feet. So I had to make some of the turns later on in the park kind of wide, slow, just to watch where those back tires of the trailer were tracking at. And then the spot we actually had itself was kind of narrow. I don't know if they had upgraded it and tried to fit more spaces in it, or if they changed the layout to try to get the cabins that they have in it or what, but I was glad that the park was less than half full because that gave me plenty of room to pull up into a spot across the way and back into the spot I needed. But, like I said, it was on the coast. You definitely had that marine layer feel every morning. One of the things I like about this place is how green everything is. Everything's neat and tidy. It's also got those green hedges between all the spots that kind of give you a sense of privacy, even though the spots are kind of narrow. And this is just some video of the trailer park as we are driving in and through it. You can see all the different cabins they have inside and around the edge of the RV park. They have these cabins for people to rent, which is actually pretty good if you're going to meet somebody there and they can rent a cabin while you stay in your trailer. Makes up for the gas. And the bathrooms and shower building here are really nice, clean, work nice, hot water, high pressure.
Yep, spent most of my time there in room number 2. I would avoid that one if I were you.
Yeah, we all know, Jeff.
The whole park knows.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart?
I'd say you've had enough.
Okay, so this is just some video from my drone, just kind of showing the area that surrounds the park and how close we are to the ocean. I love that marine layer look, especially in the hot summer, although this trip was before the heat of the summer started. You can see Highway 101 off to the side there. That's how close you are to it and how easy it is to get to the park. And then this here really shows you how big the park is. Not very big at all. Just got that one outer circle with the smaller inner circle. And then in the back there, you can see the line of cabins that kind of make up the north edge of the park. So Waldport on the Oregon coast is just south of the town of Newport. And there's plenty to do there. We went up to Newport, went to Moe's to have some of their world-famous clam chowder. And yes, it is a hole-in-the-wall, and yes, it was good. While there, we also stopped by the Rogue Brewery and partook in some drinks, and then we also went to the beach. So, you can't go wrong with the coast. All right, so tell us again about the problem you're having.
So, I was last night watching TV, had a space heater on because it got kind of cold. Fell asleep watching TV, woke up because my recliner is right next to the refrigerator and it switched over to gas. So that kind of made me wonder why that kicked over. Got up, tried to switch refrigerator back to electric. wouldn't do it. It kept getting the red light on. Left it alone on gas, looked up at the TV and realized the TV was off. And I was watching, I don't know, something stupid on Netflix or whatever it was. And went and realized the lights were still on, but the lights run off the battery. So I'm like, something happened. Went outside to the pedestal, looked at it, realized that it's my circuit analyzer and surge protector is now dark. No power running to it. So this is our pedestal. It's plugged into 30. There are no lights on it at all. I have flipped the switches both times, trying to clear everything. Trying to do a reset. And nothing comes on. No changes, everything's still dark. Pretty rickety here. I mean, the thing shakes and wobbles here like it's dancing. That's weird. So I tried to, throw the switches and reset everything, unplugged everything, plugged it all back in while it was raining, doing all this fun. And nothing changed. So I had to run off of propane last night, and it was not a fun night. We basically dry camped at a really nice KOA.
What happened this morning?
I decided to take a stroll over to the office, which doesn't open until 10. And in the corner below the screen, there's a little phone number for after-hours emergencies called the camp host. I called the camp host early this morning, and this is the reply I got back. Got your message. We'll get there as soon as we can. Sounds kind of generic if you ask me. So, waiting to see what happens from here.
And now it's time for the infamous, world-famous thumbs up, thumbs down evaluation of the RV park. Jeff, we'll start off with you. I know you had the electrical problem. What say you?
It's a thumbs down for me. Between the issue of losing power at night, trying to find the emergency number, which was small and barely printed on the office window, there was nobody there, and then to have a long wait, a couple hours before the service guy would show up to repair the problem. We were already packing up to leave. The spots are narrow, although it is pretty. It's not the easiest spot to get in and out of, but the lack of concern for anyone calling me back from the front office makes it a no for me.
Dina, what say you?
I thought the campground was very beautiful. There was a lot of greenery, and it was nice having the water close by that you can walk down to. That was probably the biggest plus I had. There were a few negatives, one being that we lost power. Not so much that we lost the power, but trying to get a hold of somebody to come fix the power problem was a little difficult. We kept reaching voicemail, not knowing if anyone was going to come out, and it was quite a while before somebody responded to us. Another negative was the fact that they don't allow visitors to stop by. We have a local friend who found out we were there and stopped by to say hello. Didn't stay too long, probably because somebody called to say that he wasn't allowed to be there. I totally understand if the park was busy, but it was pretty dead. There was hardly any occupants there. So I thought that was a bit odd. So I give it a thumb sideways. I would probably go back.
Cut the shit!
Okay, Julie, your turn. What do you think?
I enjoyed staying at the Waldport KOA. It was nice and shady. Sites were a little narrow, but overall, beautiful grounds, not crowded at all. But we were there during the off season. Not sure how it would be during a busy season. Right there by the coast, close to Newport, where we went in to do some shopping and had lunch. So I give it a thumbs up.
As for me, what did I think? Look, I've said it a million times. It's the Oregon coast. You can't go wrong with the Oregon coast. You never know what you're going to see there.
Holy Mary, Mother of God. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at Cauldron Point, and what appears to be a pirate ship
My only complaint about the place, and it's minor, was that the spots were kind of narrow. Had a little bit of trouble getting in and out, and if it was a packed campground, I think I might have had more problems. But beyond that, everything was fine. That's not unusual for some cities or the coast to find a campground that's kind of tightly compact. I didn't have a problem with it. I had full hookups, 50 amp water, sewer, the whole thing. I had no problems like Jeff did. So the question is, would I go back? Yes, I would go back. I think I'd prefer to stay someplace else just to try it. I mean, part of the RV life is new places, new experiences. But if I were going back for whatever reason, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd stay there. So for me, I give it a thumbs up. For those of you keeping track, that's 2 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down, and a thumb sideways?
Cut the shit!
Which I guess is a 0. So that's 2 up, 1 down, and a 0, which equates to the grand total of... Thumbs up for the Waldport, Oregon KOA RV Park. I recommend it. Make of it what you will. Happy trails, boys and girls.